Hezbollah launched its first direct attack on Haifa early Monday, using a salvo of Fadi 1-inch missiles, which bypassed Israel's air defense systems. The attack targeted a military base south of Haifa, but 2 missiles struck within the city itself, marking a significant escalation in the conflict. 5 additional missiles hit Tiberias, injuring 10 people and damaging several buildings in both cities. Hamas's military wing, the Qassam Brigades, announced that they fired a barrage of Makadma M90 rockets toward Tel Aviv to mark the 1-year anniversary of the Israeli war on Gaza and Hamas's Al-Aqsa flood operation. The Israeli military confirmed that a total of 20 rockets were fired, 5 at Haifa and 15 at Tiberias, with some intercepted by defense systems.
Interceptors were fired. Fallen projectiles were identified in the area. The incident is under review.
The Fadi 1-inch missile, recently developed by Hezbollah, appears to have significantly challenged Israel's usually reliable air defenses, leading to calls for further investigation into the strike. The Fadi missile series, introduced by Hezbollah, includes more advanced models like Fadi 2, with a 105-kilometer range, while the longer-range capabilities of Fadi 3 and Fadi 4 remain undisclosed, fueling concerns over their potential. In response, Israeli airstrikes targeted Hezbollah's intelligence headquarters in Beirut, along with weapons storage facilities in southern Lebanon. The military reported secondary explosions at several targets, pointing to the presence of munitions in Hezbollah-held locations. Hezbollah's continued embedding of military infrastructure within civilian areas has further escalated concerns as the conflict intensifies. The timing of the attack is particularly poignant, as it coincides with the 1-year anniversary of Hamas's surprise cross-border assault on October 7, 2023, which killed 1,200 Israelis and sparked the ongoing war. The conflict has since consumed both Israel and Gaza, and tensions have spilled over into Lebanon and other parts of the region. Hezbollah's continued involvement has further escalated the situation, threatening to widen the war. Across Israel, somber ceremonies and vigils are being held to commemorate the devastating attack a year ago. Families of the Nova Music Festival victims, where nearly 400 attendees were killed during Hamas's assault, gathered at the site in the early hours of Monday. Simultaneously, the families of hostages still held in Gaza, about 100 with a third presumed dead, stood in silent protest outside Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's residence in Jerusalem, demanding action to bring the remaining captives home. A 2-minute siren echoed through the crowd, a tradition reserved for solemn national days like Holocaust Remembrance Day. Public frustration remains high as many citizens criticize the government for failing to prevent last year's attack and for its inability to secure the release of the remaining hostages. In Tel Aviv, a separate event was organized by the families of those killed and captured during the assault. The gathering, which was initially expected to draw tens of thousands, was scaled back due to security concerns, particularly the threat of missile strikes from Hezbollah and Iran, whose involvement in the conflict has grown. Monday's rocket attacks on Haifa and Tiberias, coupled with escalating tensions in Lebanon and Gaza, further signal the conflict's expansion. With no end in sight, the situation remains dire as Israel braces for more assaults, and tensions between Israel, Hezbollah, and Iran threaten to ignite a broader regional war.